heard of these knights during my travels. This should be where their old encampment stood. But there don't seem to be any instruments, poems, or music here that carry the memory of a melody. Let's try searching the area first. These bonfire poets were no doubt members of the Poet Society. The note says they had wandered the area looking for inspiration. To find the melody, we should try to follow the route they once took. Perhaps inspiration will strike us along the way. This was the last stop on their route. Oh, the view just now as we soared in the sky was just breathtaking. What is it? Has anything come to mind? Oh, yes. How did I miss that? The wind is the finest recorder of melodies. It rises from the primal, churning endlessly, echoing in our ears without end. I believe the melodies left by the Poet Society were witnessed by the wind, and it will carry them to us. Playing a tune, of course. I want to capture the mood they must have felt when they were here. I'm curious as to what they left behind.
Rimbo and Selena must have returned to Raguna by now. That lithograph of the Sentinel's true form. It has to be here somewhere. Did that gentleman guide us intentionally? Who exactly was he? Backpack stuffed with papers claiming to be a common artist traveling in search of inspiration. Yet he spoke like a nobleman. But I can't afford to think about that now. If not for his help, we'd still be singing praises to a false sentinel. He's right. We cannot continue to sing for the Order anymore. We must enlighten the people of Raguna. They deserve to know the truth. The Knights of the Order defend only the Order's interests, and so the time has come for us to become knights for the people of Raguna.
It seems someone told the poets the truth about the Sentinel, and even suggested they stop singing solely for divinity and begin singing for the common folk as well. On the surface, what our mystery man said makes perfect sense. He even has knowledge of Imperator's true form. And this hidden lithograph is evidence the poets were telling the truth. Is this form of the Sentinel the same as the one you saw at Avenolium? So the poets were indeed banished for uncovering the Order's secrets. Even under interrogation, they held their silence. It wasn't until they met this mysterious man and learned the truth that the resentment and curses are not songs of their own style. As for the true mastermind, we still have no direct proof linking him to the Order. We must confront his lies and put an end to these daemon incidents. But once the truth of the Golden Anthem at Imperator is revealed, it will no longer be just a matter of daemons.
The will of the people is strong. This mastermind is so sure that the lies about the Sentinel will go undiscovered and that no one will easily believe the truth. The truth exists to be uncovered. All we need is to plant the seeds of doubt in the people's hearts and let them take root and grow.
Yes. Let's get going then. We'll go back to Margarita's. It's where our story began, and it's where it must end. Miss Margarita!
Well, hello. If it isn't Rover and Ciaccona. Oh, Miss Ciaccona is a regular around here, you know. I've even asked her to perform a few times. Helps bring in the crowds.
Actually, I've come to ask a favor of you today, Miss Margarita. I'm sure you've heard the rumors circulating lately about the Poets Society's legacy. There's something important we'd like to share. Could you help us gather everyone?
Not a problem at all. Did you make any big discoveries? I'm so curious about what actually happened. It's driving me nuts.
Rover, we'll begin when you're ready. The poets did board the Pilgrim's sail, becoming the stars of their own final act. We all know how that tale ended. A great fire consumed the ship, dragging it to icy depths, and the poets of the Golden Anthem with it. But hear this. Banishment did not breed hatred in their hearts for our city, and the flames did not scorch a curse into their music or poems. If you wish to hear their true voices once more, seek them at the Cathedral of Mercury. The children there still sing hymns written by the poets of the Golden Anthem. And yet, not a single daemon has appeared. Even as those poets faced their end. As the fire filled the ship's cabins, they penned their last poems with death drawing near. Perhaps they were greeted by the Sentinel in their final moments. Or perhaps they fell silently toward death. If the poets truly meant to curse Raguena, why would they write such obscure poems? Why not simply leave their works behind in Raguena? No. Their last words were hastily written as the flames closed in. This charade, it was carefully crafted, twisting their work to conceal the truth. We already have... No. Tomorrow, at the Odyssey Opera House, I will reveal the truth. Until then, I thank you all for your patience.
This can't... This is very confusing.
Previously.
Sorry.
Loria, is this all real? What do you mean by the truth? Did you discover something? The poets of the Golden Anthem, they were... A fascinating story indeed. You've certainly piqued everyone's curiosity. The speech you made just now, you're implying the poets of the Golden Anthem were framed and their works deliberately misinterpreted.
Exactly. Someone used the story of the Golden Anthem to stir the public's curiosity. This is what created the daemons.
If memory serves, official records of the Order of the Deep state the poets were charged with blasphemy against the Sentinel. Surely you're not suggesting this was all the Order's doing? I dare say, such remarks would be considered a grave crime, punishable by banishment.
Are you from a noble family? The city's elite have a habit of siding with the Order.
I'm afraid you misunderstand. I admit, I do get that question quite often. I am but a traveling playwright. Your presentation brings me back to a play I wrote in my youth. A group of birds locked inside a cage. Convinced they will never fly, they do nothing but stand on a perch. Then, one day, the cage door opened. The young birds flapped their fragile wings attempting to fly, but plummeted to the ground, one by one. Many consider their fate a tragic one. What say you?
I see it differently. Even if they met their end falling into the abyss, they still had a chance to glimpse the sky and spread their wings.
And what of those who chose to remain in the cage, having witnessed their predecessors fall to their demise? Will they dare to reach for the skies after realizing the cost of choosing to fly? Does the truth exist to protect or to harm? That is the question. Miss Poet, I look forward to tomorrow's arrival.
A splendid retaliation. I witnessed all of your performance. Like everyone present, I too eagerly anticipate tomorrow's arrival. As expected, the Order's fingerprints are all over it. According to our inside sources, it was none other than acolytes from the Order who salvaged the poet's lost works from the wreckage. They've long known of their existence and hid the poems in the Order's library. It's possible this was a sham all along. Choosing to make it public now likely means they're using those poems to obscure the real truth. Now, considering the fact that the untraceable article first began circulating among poets, musicians, and playwrights alike, I think it's fair to say its author is a regular of such secret circles. He may even be the resonator we've speculated about. His collusion with the Order is why these rumors are allowed to run rampant in the streets. I'll have someone follow this secret circle's trail and see what we can find. We should also share these findings with Ciaccona. As a poet, her insights would be much appreciated.
That's strange. She was just there a moment ago.
Just like when we were children. Gone without a trace, and she and her family disappeared without even a goodbye. Ms. Margarita, have you seen Ciaccona?
Miss Ciaccona? She was squirreling off towards the harbour earlier. I thought that's where you were meeting, so I didn't say a word. She did look quite down, though. Never seen her wear such a gloomy face before.
Thank you for letting us know, Ms. Margarita.
Why don't we split up and look for her at the harbor?
The young birds left their cage, flapping frail wings as they fell to the ground.
I never thought his words would reach into the depths I sealed away so long ago.
Coming here implies you worry about tomorrow's outcome. You intend to reveal the truth of the Sentinel to the public. But that revelation, it comes with a price. One you've paid before as a child. Remember?
This is the past.
And here I thought you'd be much wiser than this. You know the dangers of pilgrimage, yet you all still cling to the same reckless path. Tell me, what drives such stubbornness?
The truth has its thorns, and the golden anthem has already paid its price. Do you wish to relive their fate?
Is that what you're trying to tell me with your play? But you know nothing of how the Golden Anthem responded.
Allow me to share the answer, Sir Acolyte. Do you remember the very first voice from the heavens? The one the people of Rinascita kept alive in their hearts as they built their homes on this land? Surely you've seen The Golden Bough, yet? A play where people from various clans wear masks, singing and celebrating together. An occasion you now call Carnival.
And what of it?
It is words and songs. We are not your enemies. What you face here is something that is hard to describe, something I call reverberation. It exists forever, and you can never defeat it.
You pitiful fool. Off to the seas with that reverberation you believe in so dearly.
The Order of the Deep seeks to banish us to the seas because they know they can't banish the truth.
Hear that? The bell they tolled. I will be the one to carry its sound forward.
The parallels, so striking. Just like the day the Poets Society boarded their sail. You, Ciaccona Toccata, blaspheming against the Sentinel. So this is the resonance they babbled on about. After all these years, another group of fools is ready to march down the same path. Why are there always those who believe the Sentinel is some damn horse? The poets were at least clever enough to hold their tongues, but you have the nerve to parade your blasphemy through the streets. It almost makes those poets look noble by comparison.
Is that so, Sir Acolyte? I do hope you dream of this sentinel of yours every night, then.
Spare me your sarcasm, you insolent bard! You're nothing but a mouthy relic, the last of what remains of your wretched family. Do you not repent for your crimes?
Ah, so you've already tasted their fate, haven't you? You and your family, banished in the name of blasphemy. Such a dramatic turn of events. As cantors of the Sentinel, both the Ciacconas family and the Poet Society committed the same crime. Tell me, what is the connection between you and those poets?
You're nothing but a figment of my imagination. None of this concerns you. It was a price we were willing to pay. We have no regrets. When I was a child, I lacked the ability to prove the Sentinel's true form. But now, with the inverted tower shifting and the prophesied laureate among us, I believe the opportunity has presented itself for the truth to be...
Opportunity. Indeed. The moment of choice dawns once more. Do you intend to repeat history? This time, dragging Rover along with you, boarding the pilgrim sail and clinging to hope as the storm carries you away. Isn't this what you're afraid of? You've unraveled the hand behind it all, but the Order will never allow such truths to see the light. Rover, Miss Carlotta, and all those you've gathered along the way will be forced to bear the consequences of your quest for the truth. And perhaps even that blessed maiden whose whereabouts remain a mystery to this day. Even so, will you two still insist on stepping onto that stage tomorrow? Have you really made your choice? I look forward to the arrival of tomorrow, Miss Poet.
Is this Ciacconas sheet music? She was here. The vision I saw seems to have been recorded from this. Ciaccona mentioned she always writes down her melodies on manuscript paper. Could this be? Oh. It's a golden anthem. An interrogation room. Being here reminds me of the many unanswered questions still hidden within these melodies. The girl in the Poet Society's study must have been Ciaccona when she was little. What happened last time was no accident. As the performer, her own melodies got entangled in the mix. But why was she there? And why are the Ciacconas family and the Poet Society accused of the same crime?
Thank you for understanding everything. Is there anyone else here besides you? You must have touched the Golden Anthem's music sheet. This is the story it holds. To be able to touch it means you're someone I can trust. I am yesterday's child of ignorance, the actor now on stage, and the banished sinner of tomorrow, Ciaccona Toccata. Let me tell you, the story of the Golden Anthem doesn't just belong to the Poet Society. it also belongs to me. Ciaccona Toccata. This is how it all started. A mysterious person showed the poets the truth about the Sentinel. Then they decided to become Knights of Raguena. Back then, besides the conductor, there were others who helped organize things. That was us, the Toccata family. It didn't take long for the Order to notice us. To keep everyone safe, they gave my father a key to a study. Inside, there were papers that could have destroyed the Order, if anyone would even believe them in the first place. It was blasphemy, but my father didn't hesitate. He took the key right away. As you've already seen, I was also banished. You've probably heard a lot about the Pilgrim's sail from Brant. Usually, the food and water in those ships aren't enough to get the people where they need to go. Even if they made it, the cold would get them. But on that ship, the Order made sure there was nothing. No food, no water, nothing. And there were only 3 fools on board. As for the fire, the poets started it themselves. In the past, everyone thought they were brilliant cantors. But inside, only they understood how fake and arrogant all their poems and music really were. In their last moments before death, the poets just wanted to leave something real behind. But it was so cold out at sea, and wood for fire was already running low. So they set the cabin on fire, and met their ends in the flames. In the world they dreamed of, poets would no longer be shackled, and everyone could sing freely. That was their wish for the future when the curtain fell. With our bodies to fuel the fire, the ensuing inferno shall forge Raguena's true gold. But the Order was afraid. They didn't want any loose ends. So they went to salvage the ship's wreckage. The Golden Anthem gave my father the key. At first, he wouldn't let me near it because I was too little. It wasn't until my mother, my uncle, and the rest of my family were one by one escorted onto Pilgrim's sails. Then, it was his turn. I still remember the day he handed me the key. The smile on his face.
Don't see it as a burden, my child. Remember, true courage isn't hiding it away in your heart. Raise it like a torch, just like the sun, so it can light the way for others. Only this kind of courage can rid your father of the cowardice he showed toward you and your mother. Never forget, you are a Toccata.
Father wanted to tell everyone. So the Order put him on a pilgrim sail with the same charges. And that was the last time I saw him. Later, after I became a wandering bard and poet, I started to feel what was in the melodies of the poets and my ancestors. A sincerity like none other. I wrote songs, weaving the stories my father and the poets discovered into musical scores. But what awaited me was the Order's banishment. The Poets Society and our family could never prove whether the Sentinel's form is really that of a celestial steed. All we could do was hold on to our suspicions and the possible truth, waiting for someone to prove it. Now, that someone has come. She has reached the inverted tower. Now, I have that choice again. Do I reveal the truth? Always worrying about my next meal, wandering from place to place, being chased by acolytes. I'm used to it, but this time, I have you and my friends with me.
I can't let you all repeat my fate. If we step onto that stage tomorrow, the Order will not stand idly by. He might even come after you and Carlotta.
Like I said, the truth exists to be uncovered. I've made my choice. And once everyone hears the truth, I believe no one will question the choices you all made in the past. There are hints of the sea inside Ciacconas' melodies. You should take greater pride in being a poet.
Thank you. Thank you for understanding everything. Let's open the doors. I hope this time, the story ends differently.
This song, it's the one she performed last time. The melody is the same, but why does it sound so sad this time?
So, Miss Poet, have you made your decision?
This is a poem I've never seen before. It's so different from what they used to write. Do not place flowers on my tomb, for I do not rest beneath the stone. I am the sea wind at Raguna's walls. I am a dawn that breaks through thorns. I am a nighthawk of wings of flame, soaring towards the celestial steed, whose praises I sing and whose true form I behold.
I know what you're thinking. You're worried I might end up on the same path you did. Go on.
All the hopes will set us free from doubts and fears deep within. Let the sunrise give our wings. Let the twilight soothe our skin.
Follow your heart. I'll be with you. Till the end.
A penniless bard and the laureate roving in a foreign land. Together, we rise up against the Order of the Deep itself. But as long as the seeds of doubt are planted, the kindling in Raguna will eventually ignite to forge its true gold. There! Now how's that for a story worth telling? Ah, speaking of which, have you ever read that novel? It's about a knight on a quest to challenge a giant in the name of justice. The knight is also accompanied by a squire. Time after time, they throw themselves at the seemingly invincible giant. I am no Montelli, acolyte of the Order of the Deep, or Knight of Raguna. But still, I shall lead the charge. Yahoo! Mount up, Sir Knight! To battle we go! the forgotten songs rise once more, a tale of the past I shall tell. This is the story of those who were accused of blasphemy. They were once poets, singing songs for the divinity and the order. This is how their music became known to all. Until one day, they stumbled upon a truth that could not be proven. The Sentinel, whom we've always revered, is not what they seem. The true divinity granting us blessings is a majestic celestial steed that gallops across the high seas and soars through the skies. And the teachings in our scriptures? Lies. Lies told to us by the Order. Ask yourselves this. Why would Imperator, who once sent Renacita voices from the heavens, allow their people to suffer aboard those pilgrim sails? How could poets who once sang the praises of the Sentinel come to curse and resent Renacita, a land they loved so much? People of Renacita, have you ever wondered why the Order forbids us from seeing their earliest scriptures? Why did none of the fools that boarded the pilgrim sail ever thank the Sentinel? Imperator and Draguna have always stood united, yet lately, they seem to have vanished from our dreams. Why is that?
Ciaccona Toccata, in the name of Imperator and Primus Fenrico, you are hereby under arrest. You will face the full weight of the law at the Order Penitentiary.
Is that so? And what are the charges this time, if I may ask?
Blasphemy!
Oh! The same old tricks again! Is this how the Order intends to keep the truth hidden?
Save your empty words for your confession to the Sentinel. Damnation! She's not working alone!
Farewell, Sir Acolyte! Oh, and just a little tip for you. Keep your eyes on the audience below. Let's see how much of the Order's hypocrisy these empty words can unveil. I have faith. The music of the Golden Anthem will one day echo across Raguna's skies again. Phew. A masked hero suddenly appeared, rescuing the bard right when she was about to be apprehended by the Order. But that's a story for another time. You know what this means for you, right? Even with a mask on, people will still recognize the laureate. I'm now a wanted criminal by the Order. Now this is what a real poet, no, wait, a real knight is supposed to be. Well then.
This room
is our final stage. Now, it's your turn to step onto it.
You will witness a different world.
You arrogant hypocrites!
Led by curiosity and wonder, you step forward.
I am the gentle sea breeze, sweeping through Whisperwind Haven and towards Raguna's high walls.
Well, have you decided on your answer? I look forward to the public trial.
Perhaps our fates are not so different after all.
It is time, sinner against the Sentinel.
But you.
I will continue to sing.
As long as there are those who breathe and see.
My eternal summer will never fade. Do you feel it? The breeze from Whisperwind Haven. You can even catch the faint scent of wet grass. Next thing you know, maybe an apple will fall on our heads. Or maybe a big grey wolf will leap out and chase a squirrel down a rabbit hole. Thank you, Rover. I don't have the Blessed Maiden's miracles, nor the powers of a hero. I'm just a wandering bard. The only thing I can offer is to immortalize this moment. I will carry all the stories about you with me. By the way, I met a man at Margarita's who claims to be a playwright. You should watch out for him. I'm not entirely sure who he really is, but my guess is that he might be the resonator who's been working with the Order. Here, you can have this music sheet. I'm heading off on a new mission. An escape mission! Starting today, I'm no longer just a wandering bard. I've got the Order hunting me now. A journey like this, it's begging to be written into a story. Don't you worry. I still remember our promise. About the song I wrote you. We will meet again, and I'll sing it for you, I swear. After all, we're partners in crime now.
My Lord Primus, it seems your plan has not gone quite as you'd hoped. You sought to revive the Blasphemous Poets Society, spreading their legacy to stoke the fires of prejudice, and through my aid summon daemons to sow fear across Raguena City.
I care not for labels of good or evil. My only care is Raguena's order and chaos. Fear is but one tool among many to maintain stability.
Ah, truly the words of one in possession of great power. Such lines are rare, even in plays. And yet, why do you seem so restless, Lord Fenrico? This is hardly the character I expected from you. Is it that foreign laureate that unsettles you so? Or perhaps that insignificant Toccata girl? Or is it something else you seek?
Out of respect for our partnership, some things are better left unsaid.
Of course. As you will, Lord Fenrico.
Wait. You were the one who led the Poets Society to that lithograph, weren't you? I've heard whispers of your presence at Whisperwind Haven around that time. Whenever you were asked, you claimed to be seeking inspiration. Why are you doing this?
As you've said yourself, out of respect for our partnership, some things are better left unsaid. There was no deception. Indeed, I was seeking inspiration. In the end, I found a story about birds in a cage. The birds, having uncovered the truth, must decide. Will they choose to fly into the unknown, or remain caged within the familiar? Ah, Lord Fenrico, a word of reminder. Just as the young Toccata mentioned, how long has it been since you last dreamed of your true divinity? Armed with a wooden spear and a broken helmet, the knight charged at the windmill. His squire, ever loyal, trailed close behind as if becoming one with the knight. Together they charged again and again, true knights in spirit, ignoring the countless wounds they bore. Truly astonishing. Even if you took such a script, what could you possibly accomplish, Hecate?